You know, a buddy of mine told me about Micah and told me he had a website and that I should take a look at it. So I went on to LaCerte.net and it absolutely floored me. So I made an appointment to sit down with Micah and he really asked me about me. What do I want? Where do I want to go with the program? You know, a lot of trainers out there make a lot of different promises. They will you to win, they will you to succeed, but Micah's the real deal. This is the best my body has been in over 30 years. And you can do that too. It doesn't matter what your age is. It's what's up here. And he restores that. When you build yourself physically, he restores your spiritual side as well as your emotional side.
I found Micah the first time through a friend of mine, and she put me to his MySpace page and I got a hold of him. I've always been into fitness. I was a college athlete and everything, so I worked out, but I kind of got away from it. And started with Micah and really just started making really good choices. The main thing, I was going through a divorce and a lot of changes and a lot of negativity. And going out too much, partying too much, and just wanted to really change my life. Right when I was doing the divorce, I started a company, an insurance company. So getting myself on track, living healthy, gave me the energy and kind of gave me the passion back in my life to really let the business take off.
I actually stumbled upon Micah's program through MySpace, and I saw a bunch of amazing transformation pictures. And after seeing those pictures, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna get my life back. I was at a point where I was depressed. I was the heaviest I had ever been. I was 156 pounds, and I had to be rewired. I thought I knew everything there was to know about fitness, and it took Micah rewiring my way of thinking to realize you don't have to pull cars and bench 250 pounds to get the body you want.
At first I was astonished that somebody like him would even be available to a normal person walking down the street. And as I made contact with him and got involved in his program, I realized it is true. Normal people can have direct contact with a world-class guy like him. You know, it's not just about being physically fit, which it is about that, but it's about the mind-body connection. And looking at his website, I just realized this guy is world-class.
Well, I hooked up with Micah through a mutual friend of ours that had been working out with him for a while, and I saw the results that he got, you know, over the course of 3 or 4 months, and it was really phenomenal. Over the course of the last 5 years, my activity level's gradually gone down, my weight's gradually gone up, and consequently drinking every night, eating whatever I wanted to eat. I mean, it just kind of got out of control, and I figured if I wanted to make a change in my life, that, you know, 36 years old was the time to do it.
Unfortunately, about 4.5 years ago, I was in a serious car accident. And I was hit by an intoxicated driver. I had shoulder surgery, knee surgery. Before that, I had a really active lifestyle.
Okay.
I would sports, basketball, football, everything. Very active, working out. And I got to that point in my life, I'm just like, man, I was gaining weight, I was out of shape, I was depressed, I couldn't work. And I was like, no more. I'm done with this. Then I started doing a couple things that he told me to do about physically, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes! I started seeing results. I mean, it was unbelievable. It's so cool to meet somebody who is so passionate about life and passionate about their friends and family and their faith. And they treat people right and they love to have fun. And this guy knows what he's talking about. And so I'm very thankful.
I found Micah on MySpace and decided that I wanted to start training actually last year, and then I had a back injury, so I got a little bit scared to keep training, and actually he let me know that he had some more spots open this year, so I thought, okay, I think I can do this. So he's been very sensitive toward my back, and also over the last several weeks I've noticed a lot more strength. We've talked quite a bit about diet, and so I feel like that's on a more consistent path, and actually I feel like a lot better on the inside as well, just from transforming my diet. I need a lot more accountability probably than some other people do, so I feel like Micah's been able to really help me with that, with diet and also with exercise.
I was turning 30, and I was at a point in my life where I needed to just do something because I felt like I was not going in the direction I wanted to, and so hooked up with Micah's program, and it totally turned my life around. It gave me confidence, it gave me the inner ability to do it myself. I worked out with my wife, and we did the program together, and this program just really made us think about what we were doing, and that was the best part. We enjoyed, changing our lifestyle together, and so, we ate healthy together, we worked out together, we just, could relate to what was going on, not only with us, but with our bodies as well.
Some of the trainers I work with, they always wrote down like a piece of paper. It's like, okay, this is all I want you to do, and then come see me for 6 weeks. You know, and so I felt like I was always working out, doing the same routine over and over and over. But when I decided to work with Micah, I just like, God, you know, I want something different. I didn't know. Then I walked in, I thought, well, it's going to be the same thing over and over. That is not the case at all. Every time I work out with him, it's always something different. And it's always kept me interested in going, what are we going to do now? You know, my body hurts at the end of the workout, but it works out.
I actually found out about Micah through a friend of mine, and I started a little over a year ago. There's just a lot of stress in my life and reasons I wanted to be at the gym, and so when I joined his program, it really worked for me because he's so easy to work with and really catered to my needs and understood my stress levels. And so he didn't push me too hard, but he pushed me enough to get me some results. I think that I've just been able to see a shape in my body versus before I didn't have as much shape, definition I should say, more or less. And now actually it's kind of, I think through working out so much, it's helped me to de-stress, and now I can actually focus on taking it to the next level and getting a little bit more sculpted in areas that I'd like to be.
I've been working out for a long time, just kind of on my own, but I just wasn't seeing really I wasn't seeing my body change the way I wanted it to. It kind of hit that plateau. And so one day I was looking at Micah's website and just saw one of his other testimonials from another client of his who was also like me, a hard gainer, one of these guys that just has a lot of problem putting on weight. And that was really my story. And so when I saw what Micah was able to do with this guy, I was just like, I need to do that. He's kind of shown me that it's more about a whole total body thing, and switching up your exercises every time you go to the gym rather than just doing the same thing over and over again.
Well, I first found out about it on MySpace. I saw his pictures and everything on MySpace, and I was actually impressed. I was like, I gotta give this guy his props. I like to go to the gym. I love to go to the gym. I just wasn't seeing the results that I was wanting to see. The changes were hard. Don't get me wrong, but the hardest part for me was the diet. I had to cut out a lot of partying, staying out late at night. Gotta get plenty of rest, and the drinking, which I really wasn't a big drinker. I was more social, so that wasn't a problem. But just the diet has been the hardest part for me.
Hey!
You're working on it.
Not bad. Let's see a little posing, a little flexing.
Starting in my late 20s, probably around 30, I started experiencing a lot of unexplainable fatigue and body aches and pains that just didn't seem normal. Was diagnosed in my mid-30s with fibromyalgia. That was really difficult because the longer I stayed out of the gym, the more my symptoms seemed to really inhibit my daily activities. I just got to a point where I just figured, it's time to either do it now or just give up, and I just wasn't ready to give up. What's great about working with Micah was that he listened, and he just didn't ignore those concerns. Having someone there to really champion me, cheer me on, and encourage me in a sincere way has made all the difference.
I have been a professional cheerleader for 5 years, and I was coming through auditions again this past spring, and I was getting to a point with my workouts and my lifestyle and just aging where the workouts I'd been doing weren't really challenging me anymore. I'd had a couple friends who'd worked with Micah, I know personally, and I just knew that it was time for a change. I've had a lot of different trainers. I was constantly in athletic shape, but I just wasn't seeing the results.
And of course, being on MySpace, seeing this guy showing off his chest and everything, I'm like, who is this guy? And then I read his testimonials of previous clients, and I was like, that's what I need to try that. Probably the toughest workouts I've ever done with a personal trainer before, but they were so worth it. People around here call me the screamer because if you ever do a calf workout with Micah, you'll know why they burn. They're intense, but the results, the results is what matters, and the results really paid off.